Okay, it's recording now. So, first step, if we have fractions, you basically have to add fractions. So, convert the first term into a fraction. Easiest way is to divide 1. So now I've got a fraction equals 3. So I basically need to add these two sides to make one fraction. So in order to do that, I need to find a common denominator between the denominators. Currently, I've got 1 as a denominator and an x. I just need to times them together, and my lowest common multiple is x. So x is what I'm aiming for both of my fractions. Second one is already an x, so I just write it down. I just need to figure out what the equivalent, girls, just wait, what the equivalent fraction of 2x would be. So I just need to times x on both sides, so I get 2x squared, and then equals 3 on the other side. So that is what I'm working with. I'm going to now add the fractions together. So you keep the denominator because they're the same, so it's just going to be simply x, and then you combine the numerators. 2x squared, take 1, and then equals 3 on the other side. Once you have a fraction equals a fraction, because 3 is a fraction, easily able to turn it into a fraction, you just cross multiply. So first diagonal, this diagonal is going to be 2x squared, take 1. So I'll write that for you if you want. So all of these annotations, I encourage you to write it because then you can look back at it another time. And then the other diagonal, 3 times x. So this is what you're working with. You need to make sure everything is on one side to make sure you can use the quadratic formula. So I do minus 3x minus 3x. So I get 2x squared. I write it in the order of highest to lowest power. So x squared, x, and constant terms, so I can find a, b, c really easily. A lot of you are getting b and c confused, so make sure you have it in order. Coefficient of that is going to give me a. Coefficient of the x term is going to give me b. Coefficient of the constant term is my c. So and then I just put it into the quadratic formula. I'll just keep going because I do it. So hopefully that was just the hard part, and once you get to the quadratic formula, you're now easily able to solve it. So minus 3 plus or minus. Make sure when you put it in the calculator that you do have a bracket. A lot of you are writing it without the bracket, which is not going to give you any answers. So if you're getting error on your calculator or error in your answers, it's probably because you're not putting some brackets in. Alright, just chuck that in the calculator. I'll try to do it in my head. Now, if this is in the non-calc section, you will have to be able to do it, so it is good practice. I'm just going to leave it there. I'm just going to assume that's the answer. I don't think I can simplify that any further. If you want to check, you can put it in the calculator. Does someone want to check the answer for me? I'm just going to leave it there.